Okay. One of the biggest things is the Creative Center. The Creative Center has been more of it's a tool, it's a resource that is within the UI, but it's one that will allow you to pick up on trends and highlights in the platform, trending hashtags, and from there, keywords that you may want to use, especially within your TikTok SEO and your and ad descriptions and post descriptions, things that'll help to garner more attention, but also for relevancy and search results in TikTok as a search engine itself. So very powerful tool. It also will give you an idea of what your competitors are doing, what people in your category are doing as far as top performing assets are concerned. Um, Very important. That is, if you're looking for kind of inspiration, ideas for your own brand, as you expand the business with TikTok. The shopping integrations are obviously very powerful. Shopify is the largest of them in e-commerce platforms. WooCommerce was one of the more recent additions over the last few months. But the significance of this is that, much like with Meta, you have the ability to sync your catalog. You have the ability to get more post-click e-commerce tracking, more insight onto what people are doing in your store. And that helps to empower ad creation optimization. I mentioned about using the Creator Center, and that's one kind of area of inspiration here. But what is really something that is becoming more prominent is what you can do to garner more SEO value out of TikTok, not necessarily paying for everything. And this is going to be a bigger theme that is in 2023, 2024, especially with more competition, with higher pressure and higher cost per clicks, that is, higher CPMs, as there are more brands and advertisers entering the space. You're getting less of the early adopter advantage now, and you're getting more maturity to the ad platform, but with that higher cost, higher competition. So how do you get more organic value out of your presence there? And so one of the key things is to mine the Creative Center for keyword insights, related keyword interests, different products or things that people get to when they reach your content, and using a lot of that for hashtagging too. It's pretty powerful here. There are third-party tools that you can use to help understand what some of the keyword associations are, kind of the correlative value of, if some person interested in topic A, what is a highly correlative, topic to correlative B. So some tools like Google Correlate through Google Trends show some things like that. These keyword insights, like I was saying, kind of roll over to other things like creating hashtags or hashtag challenges here. So, and not everything necessarily was because it was a resonating, keyword. Some things were created just very organically. Like Chipotle had a hashtag challenge called the lid flip, which either was incredible to see or it was a complete disaster in how it ended. But essentially, it was somebody flipping the entire burrito bowl that you would have from Chipotle. But one of the good examples there. There are other ones from 2022 that you can see here. So, I'm not going to read through every single one of them, but you can see some of them, are more like resolution focused, like, in 2022, I will ... And then from there, you're, stating, whatever your goal was for the year. And there are other ones that are not challenges. So merely like, on the beauty side, glow ups and transformations, or even a focus on, body positivity and health. A lot of those things.
So my quick question here is, if we go back to the hashtag challenge, so Scott Lane has a business where he's got a couple businesses, but he's got like a CrossFit gym as well as a physical therapy business. So how does he capitalize, or anybody else? How do they capitalize on a hashtag challenge? Because I'm trying to put myself in my position or their position. What do I do? So do I try to start a hashtag challenge, or do I try to just adopt a hashtag challenge that might be relevant to me that I can trend with? what is your recommendation for a small business to
Well,
take advantage of a challenge?
that overlaps with another thing, which is, the gym is so relevant to the location, right? And the neighborhood and the proximity that would be in. Very rarely are you going to find someone, maybe I'm speaking for New Yorkers here, but someone, beyond 5 miles away, unless it's, a true complex or whatever. You're not traveling that far. You're going to go to something that's convenient. But I would encourage, localized hashtags using location. It could be, a very popular generic word plus location. So CrossFit Hawaii, CrossFit, Honolulu. Maybe there's a unique brand to the CrossFit, that you're running. Not every gym, I understand, uses, or CrossFit gym will use the actual CrossFit brand. So, um, I'd probably go along with something like that. Not to mention, if you know that there are certain terms in the metro area there that are resonating, it can be some way to kind of latch onto the coattails of another trend like that. So if it's in Honolulu and there are certain trends within that area locally, and you think it's relevant enough to the gym, you could try and test some of that as well.
Got it. So if you've got a brand like Karima and Sylvia or Bill, like Bill's got a jewelry brand, if it's not necessarily geo specific, then you would recommend potentially piggybacking on a trend like that.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, national businesses, or other businesses that have like delivery services. I mean, you still want to, if it's a brick and mortar location, you're still going to want to encourage people to go visit. You want to create enthusiasts and advocates for the brand. There's another example that we go into that's about, a local business that followed something like that.
Cool.
Um, yeah, and honestly, a lot
Hey,
of it's
Scott.
probably.
Hello, Scott.
Yes. Yes, Bill.
Hey, had a quick question, and I want our guest to continue his thought. I ran a TikTok ad campaign, a couple based on an ad credit, and results were underwhelming. I'm not sure. I thought I had the best hashtags, but I learned afterwards that there is a way that you get your ad to specific hashtags. And I didn't know how to do that. And is there a guide or a place where I can actually see the steps to do that?
Good
um, to
question.
to create the hashtag.
Bill,
Well, to target the ad towards specific hashtags, to target the ad, because I'm about drawing website traffic. And during my campaign, for the amount of money I spent, I was underwhelmed at the results. I was very
Got it. Got
disappointed.
it.
So I said I must have done something wrong not to activate it. So I'm sorry. So that's the nature of the question.
Got it. Got it. Yeah. So I mean, under topic interests, within the ad manager, I mean, you have the ability to target some of those. Some of the trending hashtags are targetable. In 2023, though, there is excuse the background noise. There is an opportunity for the brand, um, or for TikTok, where they're trying to capitalize on TikTok as a kind of search engine alternative. So there may be keyword targeting that will allow for more direct hashtag targeting as well. We're moving on here to talk about kind of the next steps. That is with uh, localization and local search and localization. That is by TikTok. Um, and one of the things that engineers at Google had revealed at an Ad Age summit last year was that over 40% of Gen Z users actually use TikTok primarily for search. When I say primarily, first TikTok and then perhaps Google. And largely because of that, results in Google are more um, perhaps it's deemed that if it's more promotional in nature, it's not as trustworthy that they feel that if there's more of a credible, transparent review, it's more authoritative, more authentic. And so TikTok is positioning itself more as a competitor of Google, not just to Meta, but now Google that is going into this year. And that's a lot of the focus on that is like product discovery. One that I've been stumbling upon has been apartment tours, house tours for realtors and things like that. You can see this absolutely crazy example, the 6750 for a Brooklyn, New York apartment here. But it's just one way that this business here and this agent is using TikTok to help get the word out about different available properties. Other things that are pretty big are on restaurants, secret menus and things like that that you see, whether it be Starbucks or Chick-fil-A or In-N-Out Burger, of course, which is famous for its, the secret menu. So a lot of these things are ways that you can use TikTok too if you wanted to kind of advocate some kind of secret or some kind of something that you want to kind of grow viral legs to. The other thing I was going to note here too is you'll notice that within some of the results here and also the comments that some of the trending keywords that are used, TikTok is now increasingly highlighting those and creating essentially a link for you to view search results for them. So like in the example that you see here, there's haptic keyboard or pasta recipe on the left. But this is part of all about the keyword search focus, keyword-based search focus that that TikTok will be increasingly focusing on in this next year. Kind of expand on the nearby and the location focus, like we were talking about hashtags here, are some best practices on how you can emphasize location, especially if you're a small business. And so Lola's Cupcakes is a good example here. This is a London-based business, but they get travelers and consumers from all around the UK that would go there. They could travel hours just to be part of that experience. And one of the reasons why they're so successful with that is just how engaging they are with the community that they've built. Some of the things that they've followed are almost by book here, which is that you're featuring not just your own business, but you're showing the general vicinity and things around the business. You're interacting with the neighbors. There's maybe even some element of social responsibility with it too. Maybe it's your business, helping you know pets, or cleaning up the neighborhood or whatever it could be, something like that. So there are many things like that. The idea being that if you're a physical location, you want to give people a reason to travel there, but you also are giving them that reason also to generate content to help promote you as well. So that's going to bring us all into another segment of this focused on the creator marketplace. Last but not least, and this is really more of just a general creative tip, but I think you guys all get this. Corporate brand styling and kind of your like buttoned up professional creative agency copy for TikTok is something that really doesn't work well. It doesn't resonate with the Gen Zs as well, the core demographic. And again, you want to be as authentic, natural, and funny with this as you can be. And that's what you're going to be able to leverage with the Spark ads and the branded content that is really how you're going to unlock the power of the platform here.